The economy of African countries is developing rapidly, and their consumer market is becoming more sophisticated. There are many investment and business opportunities in Africa. Investors, business people, and entrepreneurs are searching for profitable business ideas that have minimal risk. We took a closer look at the best investment and business opportunities in Africa. From the metallic skylines of Lagos, Nigeria to Zug, a quiet city in Western Sahara known for little more than nearby Neolithic artwork, food systems are changing at a dramatic pace across Africa. African business and consumption patterns have shifted and are likely to transform even more with increasing urban populations. If these trends continue, Africa is bound to be the new frontier for investors both local and international, with key areas of focus being urbanization, food security, and access to basic services across the continent. Here are 10 potential investment ideas in Africa. Please subscribe and share and like. Number 1. Food packaging, manufacturing, and supply. If you're looking to start a food packaging business in Africa, consider specializing in products like locally sourced dried fruits and nuts, traditional snacks, ready-to-eat meals, spices blends, processed grains, fruit preserves, or even niche options like organic or health-focused snacks, all with sustainable and culturally relevant packaging to cater to the local market. If Africa follows the global patterns set by regions that have boosted incomes in recent decades, the answer is clear: more processed and packaged food. And while careful attention must be paid to the prevention of overnutrition, epitomized in the jarring obesity epidemic in developed countries, these new food habits will open windows of opportunity for local, small and medium-sized agricultural enterprises, if they can keep up with demands of a more value-oriented consumer base. There are 2 reasons that make food processing and packaged food manufacturing a very lucrative business in Africa. Firstly, consumer demand is increasing thanks to the increasing population and urbanization. There are more customers in the urban areas that have the budget to buy packaged food. For example, only in Nigeria there are more than 100 million people living in urban areas. Secondly, the majority of packaged food products is imported from other countries. The supply in the domestic market is not sufficient and there is a lack of competition. In Zambia, Trade Kings Group implemented a strategy of manufacturing confectionery products in Zambia, and they captured a sizable market share in the market. African business people can invest in the packaged food sector by establishing a fully integrated manufacturing facility. The raw materials are processed in the first line of machinery. Then, the food products are prepared by cooking or with a special formulation. In the end, the packaging machines prepare the final product, ready for distribution and sales. Number 2. Installation of solar street lights. Solar street lighting technology became very efficient, thanks to better solar panels and energy efficiency of LED bulbs. In African countries, solar street lights are a better solution than conventional street lights due to the following conditions. There is an electricity shortage in the national grid of many African countries. Installing conventional street lights could amplify this shortage. The solar street lights do not require infrastructures such as connection to the national grid or regular maintenance. Solar street lights are very easy to install and operate. The governments and international organizations invest a huge amount of money for renewables. There are many government incentives for the installation of renewable technologies in daily life. To invest in the solar street light business, African business people should make an arrangement with a solar street light manufacturer. Then, they acquire training on how to install them. They can bid on national tenders, or alternatively, they can install solar LED streetlights on private premises such as residential sites, factories, warehouses, recreational areas, etc. Last year, Benin awarded a lucrative $24.2 million contract for the supply and installation of 15,000 solar streetlights. Number 3. Water treatment and purification systems. Water treatment and purification are very crucial in Africa. Many people have limited access to clean water, and there are great potentials in sourcing clean water to households. There are many technologies in water filtration, and the equipment varies by size and capacity. There are many remote villages that lack clean water supply. Government and international aid organizations offer capital for the construction of clean water supply systems. Middle-income class households prefer filtering the tap water in African cities. There are small, home-type water purifiers that can be sold to African consumers. There are additional revenue streams through regular inspection and maintenance of water treatment systems. For example, revenue can be generated by the initial sale of the system and also with the contractual maintenance scheme. More and more African companies are interested in the provision of water purification services. They can partner with international players and act as their local distributor and service center.
I feel nauseous, believe me. Never had a lot of shit come easy. Had to work hard.
Number 4. Cosmetics and makeup products. African markets offer great opportunities for cosmetics and makeup product sellers. With increasing income level in the future, more and more people are expected to afford cosmetic and makeup products. Also, the current trends are increasing the consumption of makeup products. We see great potential in this sector thanks to the following points. The population and income level are increasing at the same time in Africa. Many people are shifting from low income level to middle income level. This will increase the demand for cosmetics and beauty products. Cosmetic products sell very fast and fast-moving. They are durable and they don't expire fast. They can stay on the shelf for some years without any defects. African investors can choose two options when they are entering the cosmetics sectors. Firstly, they can be an exclusive distributor of a foreign famous company. This is suggested for the first years. Secondly, they can create their private label cosmetic brands. This option will give them more flexibility. However, please note that the initial investment amount is much more. Number 5. Agricultural machinery dealership. Agriculture is the most important economic activity in Africa. It provides employment for about 2/3 of the continent's working population. Agriculture contributes an average of 30 to 60% of GDP and about 30% of the value of exports for African countries. Yet arable land occupies only about 6% of Africa's total land area. Agriculture has been largely confined to subsistence farming and has been considerably dependent on the inefficient system of shifting cultivation. However, with government policies, there is a tendency towards modern farming with technological equipment. A dealership for agricultural machinery and equipment is a very lucrative business due to the following advantages. The increase in population generates more demand for agricultural products. To meet the demand, private investors and governments have to invest more in agriculture. In addition, international aid organizations promote sustainable and modern agricultural methods. They allocate funds for purchasing modern equipment. Investors in African countries are looking into importing modern machinery and equipment to be used in agriculture. With a dealership, companies can keep stocks and also sell items on order. The profit margins and order sizes are large in this sector. Tractors, soil preparation machines, seeder, fertilizer spreader, sprinkler, drum mower, harvester, pneumatic planter, seed drill machinery, plow, gobbly, subsoiler, intero cultivator, rotary tiller, feed mixer, field sprayer, baler machine, maize chopper are some of the few machineries that are high in demand. Number 6. Mining equipment repair and spare parts supply. The mining industry of Africa is the largest in the world. The economy of many African countries depends on mineral exploration and production. Africa mineral reserves rank in the top 3 for bauxite, cobalt, diamonds, phosphate, platinum, and vermiculite. Uranium, platinum, nickel, bauxite, and cobalt are exported from Africa to the world. The machines and equipment used in these mines require regular maintenance and spare parts. Being a supplier and repairer for mining machinery and equipment is a profitable business idea due to the following advantages. The economy of many African countries depends on mining, and mines generate huge revenues. The machines in these mines are crucial to the economy, and they need to be kept maintained. For example, diamonds generate 85% of Botswana's export revenues. International suppliers and OEM manufacturers ask for very high amounts for regular maintenance plans. A local company will cost less. There is a huge profit margin that can be captured by local African companies. Investors that are interested in the mining sector should consider keeping stocks of mining equipment spare parts. Also, they should consider offering in-house service for the maintenance of mining machines. They can capture a very good and lucrative market opportunity. Product range includes rock drilling machines, jaw crushers, vertical and horizontal shaft impact crusher, belt conveyors, continuous mixers, drag lines, dozers, underground mining trucks, loaders, and spare parts. Number 7. Tire recycling. Waste and scrap recycling is a very important sector for the sustainability of our world economy. Plus, governments and international development agencies are very supportive of the recycling investments in Africa. They provide funding and economic incentive packages for recycling investments. Recycling tire is a very profitable business idea for African decision makers. The number of cars and trucks is increasing in all African countries. Only in Nigeria, there are more than 12 million cars. In Kenya, this number is above 3 million. Tires last around 4 years. This means that there are more than 12 million waste tires only in Nigeria. Government incentives and funding from international development organizations facilitate the investment of waste tire recycling facilities. REDISA, the Recycling and Economic Development Initiative of South Africa, administers a scheme for the collection and recycling of scrap tires in Africa. There are sustainability grants in other sub-Saharan African countries as well. Sub-Saharan African investors can benefit a lot if they invest in the waste tire recycling business. They have to follow the government schemes and international development organization grants. The end materials of recycled tires are rubber and scrap wires. They can be sold in the aftermarket. Also, businesses can earn money from government subsidies. Tire recycling facility includes tire recycling line, loading conveyor, double shaft shredder, second shredder loading conveyor, magnetic separation conveyor, crushing machine, material transfer blower, vibrating screen, truck tire debeater, tire cutting machine, and textile separation machine. Number 8. Concrete brick and paver making factory construction projects play an important role in the economies of African countries. There is a steady acceleration in construction activity, especially in Nigeria, Zambia, Angola, and Namibia, over the last 10 years. Has the fastest growing construction industry in sub-Saharan Africa grew by 6.5% annually, and it is the fastest growing region in the world. Bricks and paver stones are used in every infrastructure and building projects. Here is why investing in concrete brick machinery is a very profitable business idea in Africa. The construction sector is booming in Africa thanks to new infrastructure and residential projects in African cities. The market is very suitable for selling bricks and paver stones. Investors in African countries can use Chinese machines to manufacture concrete blocks and pavers at a very reasonable price. The new construction projects are the target for selling the products. With the increasing demand and scarcity of supply, the prices for bricks are very high in Africa. African businessmen can generate a very good profit from this investment. Most of these Chinese machines are manufactured at high-quality standards, and they are durable to the conditions in the African environment. The capacity of most these machines ranges from 500 blocks to 10,000 blocks per hour, which makes it highly profitable. Number 9. Digital and online sales in Africa. The African consumer market is growing very fast. With the adoption of digitalization and the internet, there are many opportunities in digital and online sales in Africa. It is expected that 5 million people will be mobile internet users by the end of 2025. You can discover online sales for clothing, kitchenware, accessories, and electronics. Internet penetration and smartphone usage have been increasing in sub-Saharan African countries. This will affect shopping trends and more people will shop online. Online sales are more profitable compared to traditional sales. Investors do not need physical stores. They only need a warehouse, online sales website, and efficient logistics operations. Investors should consider investing in online marketing and sales. It is the trend of the 21st century. Entrepreneurs in Africa can invest in online marketplaces, digital marketing agencies, digital advertising, and online sales. Africa's e-commerce sector is on the rise, with revenue projected to reach $75 billion by 2025. Yet, for many local sellers, the opportunity to participate in this digital revolution remains elusive. Africa's infrastructure gaps, including inconsistent internet connectivity and inadequate logistics networks, are significant barriers to scaling e-commerce. For sellers to reach global customers, these issues must be addressed with innovative, tech-driven solutions. Number 10. Professional cleaning and security services. Outsourcing cleaning and security services is a common trend in European and American countries. This trend is being adopted in Africa too, especially in Cape Town, Johannesburg, Lagos, Cairo, Nairobi, and major cities across Africa. Many companies prefer outsourcing their janitorial and security operations to professional companies. African entrepreneurs should consider opening a professional cleaning and security outsourcing company. Businesses are being more sophisticated. Core areas of companies are done by internal employees. However, cleaning and security operations are outsourced to professional companies. This trend is now happening in big cities in Africa. Labor cost is reasonable in Africa, and janitorial services do not require much training. It is comparatively easy to open a service company in this area. Professional janitorial and security service business is profitable and offers opportunities for African businessmen. Investors in big cities can consider starting a professional outsourcing company. Part 2 will follow soon. Please subscribe, like, and share my videos.